There is one big issue with Overwatch, and the way it makes it feel so stale. Even though the core mechanics are fun to play, you cannot just be happy with the game how it is, because over time the game will eventually die out if you are not letting the community help you out with the content, for example modding and stuff like that, or getting some seasonal content that is kept providing to the player base. I mean, you can have fun. For example, there's an exception for me. Hyperscape was one of my absolute favorite games in all time, and if I'm gonna be honest, if we just had a server, I would probably play it for years. But that is just an exception, and everybody has one exception to be able to replay it. It's called replayability, and some games are really good at that, and some is less good. But getting into the first point, where I think is the biggest issue, and probably the main reason why I'm talking about this, is the patching of Overwatch. I think they have so much potential of making the game so much more fun, and having the idea of patching, what is it, once every other week or once every half season, I don't know about that. Doing it once every half season, I don't think it's very healthy in itself. I think if you notice that something is way broken than you were expecting as a developer, you should be able to patch it right away. Well, let it go for a week. I call those small patches. Those type of patches are really healthy for the game, and a lot of the player base will really appreciate them. For one example, if you want to buff one of the heroes and you accidentally added a bug in the game. One example, Tracer, with her spray buff that basically made her super strong in like 20 meters. She still did a lot of damage. Kind of broken, not gonna lie. In general, she's an A tier. She could be buffed with the damage and probably make her an S tier, but right now she's an A tier. But stuff like that they could have fixed, even though hot fixes are probably the best one to do. But that's probably better for the game to be able to have more consistent patches. One thing they probably should do is to add patches every week, and some might disagree with me on this one, but here's the deal. I think they should do patches once every week, and those are gonna be super small. It's never gonna be a big one. Hey, sorry, that was just my pizza. Sorry, that was just the alarm for it. But the obvious answer why they should do this is just because you cannot have broken heroes for too long. That will make the player base stop playing a game until maybe the next patch, or even the game completely. You gotta have a more balanced game. I would say a healthy game has some heroes that is obviously meta. I do like the idea of having meta, but they should never be overly broken. We call those broken heroes, right? But you should have meta heroes that switch up the game. That's what I like about it. Sojourn has been insanely good. I think that's because of her railgun has been insanely good in higher tiers. That will basically break the game, and I understand why people really hate her, even though she's a little bit fun. But even I feel, even though I do not have been suffering like many others with her or against her, that she's been strong way too long. And one of those reasons has been because of delays or technical issues with the patches, which is, you know, one, you can understand why they are delaying them. Yeah, sure, but this cannot be a habit of saying that we have some issues with balancing, issues with the system, and so on. This cannot keep going for the future, because right now it's looking a little bit shaky, and the reputation is not gonna look good if they keep doing this. So they really need to figure this out with the balance patches and the patches in general, because it's taking way too long. There's another story that I'm not gonna talk too much about, but we all know that the store issue is a thing with Blizzard. I think Halo has been doing an amazing job when it comes to the marketing of that. Unfortunately, it's a very niched game, and they don't do battle royales for some reason. I think that's actually very good for the game if they did. But just in short, I think they gotta rethink a little bit how they should approach the store and the marketing in general. Like, how should they want people to buy stuff? Because right now I think they're not earning as much as they could, in my opinion. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my first one I have not created a script for, so if you thought this one was pretty good, don't forget to press that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think about the lack of balancing / patching from the Blizzard. Do you agree with me on this one, or do you have another opinion? I would love to know. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Don't forget to check me out on Twitch, and I will stream on this channel once in a while, but I love your support. It's been great, and hopefully maybe it will hit 1,000 followers in not too long. Anyways, thank you so much. It's been great. Take care.